Good evening. Happy Thursday. I am Akool, astrological analyst, author, researcher, philosopher, and teacher. Today, I have taken yet another very interesting astrological topic captioned Bihar Elections 2025. What astrology says about BJP's fate, Ketu Antardasha turning point. The topic is going to be very interesting. The Bihar elections are scheduled to be held on 6th and 11th of November 2025. Today, here we will learn about how to analyze the horoscope of a political party for their performance in an elections, both through mundane approach and individual horoscope analysis approach. So, please remain attached to the presentation until the end so that we can learn how to analyze a horoscope of a political party to see their prospect in the election related issues. Let us begin. The media is full of claims and counterclaims on the prospect of the political parties and alliances in the upcoming Bihar Assembly Elections. It is an utterly confusing situation because of the claims and counterclaims. Let us analyze the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP, the largest political party in India, and its probable prospects in the upcoming Bihar Assembly Elections slated for November 6 and 11, 2025 from an astrological academic angle. Here our aim is astrological academic angle. Our thrust would be to learn and not to predict. Thrust would be how to learn. The technique of predictions is our thrust. We are not concerned about the predictions. We are concerned about learning. And when we will entangle ourselves in the learning process, the prediction will automatically come through, which is an integral part of astrology, because prediction is the ultimate result of astrology. Prediction is the ultimate result of astrology. The crux of the analysis. The crux of the analysis. The video may be a bit lengthy, but you will be able to learn many things from this presentation. So, if you have any time problem, then you can save this video in the watch later folder and can watch it at your leisure when you have the time to watch it. If you don't have a time now, you can save it in the watch later folder so that you can watch it later when you will have enough time. The video would be a bit lengthy. We shall not apply the mundane parameters too much in the horoscope analysis, but shall analyze the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP as good as an individual horoscope for ease of understanding by all astrology lovers and learners, even those who are beginners. I have made it so simple, even a beginners in the astrology would be able to understand. Mundane parameters I have applied rarely, and that too I have with explanation. It is the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP. I will narrate the horoscope first. Ascendant is Gemini. Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn. All these are retrograde planets are in the third house, Leo. Moon is in the sixth house, Scorpio. Ketu and Mercury is in the ninth house, Aquarius. Sun is in the 10th house, Pisces, and Venus is in the 12th house, Taurus. The horoscope is in front of all of us. It is the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP. The time taken is 6th of April 1980. 6th of April 1980. The time 11:45 a.m. 11:45 a.m. New Delhi, Delhi. New Delhi is the place, Delhi is the state. It is the birth details. Anybody can cast horoscope of the BJP based on these birth details. It is the birth details. Foundation Day means birth details. But I am not very sure about the correctness of the birth details, but it would not matter much. The way, the approach we have taken will not matter much. It will not have any much difference in the predictive efficacy based on this horoscope. If anybody have any other time of birth, date of birth is sure. It is 6th of April 1980. It is everywhere in the internet. You can check it. What about the time? It is 11:45. It is 11:45 a.m. If anybody has any other time, you can comment. But it is the correct time, as far as I believe. As far as I believe. BJP has been undergoing the Vimshottari Mahadasha of the Moon, Antardasha of Ketu, and Pratyantardasha of Rahu, and will continue until 16th November 2025, followed by the Jupiter Pratyantardasha. The Moon Mahadasha, who started from 2018 in the horoscope, in the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP, has already given them enough laurels and helped them in maintaining their winning streak in most elections, in most of the elections. They were winning until now. As such, we need not concentrate much on the Moon Mahadasha. We shall mainly concentrate on the Antardasha Lord Ketu. We shall also be discussing Moon Mahadasha because it is vital, but in the later part. First, we will start with analyzing the Antardasha of Ketu, and then Pratyantardasha of Rahu, and lastly, we will conclude by analyzing the Mahadasha Lord Moon. Ketu is a shadowy malefic planet and confers the results of its house of placement as becoming the house lord. The planet oblique lord associated with it and that of its sign dispositor is the standard astrological teaching. Ketu is a shadowy malefic planet. Ketu is a malefic. It is a shadowy malefic planet and confers the results of its house of placement. House of placement, where it is placed. If it is in the 9th house, it will give the result of the 9th house as becoming the house lord. Since it doesn't have any lordship on any house of the horoscope, it becomes the lord of the house in which it is placed. Number 1 point. Number 2 point, the planet or lord, every planet has lordship. So I have said the planet or lord associated with it means conjunct with it in the same sign, in the same zodiac sign, in the same Rashi. Number 2 point. And that of his dispositor. And that of his dispositors. Apart from his natural significances. And that of his sign dispositor is the 3rd point. And 4th point is natural significances. Every planet have their natural significances and they give result of that significances. If suppose you are running the Mahadasha of Ketu or Antardasha of Ketu, Ketu is the planet of spiritualities, for example, say, and if you indulge in materialistic things, Ketu will not be happy by its nature. For example, let us revisit the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP and again show you the position of the Ketu. See, Ketu is in Aquarius. I have already told Ketu is in the 9th house. Ketu is in the 9th house. Ketu is in the 9th house. Ketu is the planet of detachment, not attachment. Rahu is the planet of attachment. Ketu is the planet of detachment. It is with Mercury. Who is Mercury? 4th lord and the Lagna lord. Who is the sign dispositor of ADL, means Antardasha Lord Ketu? It is Saturn. Now we will concentrate only up to this. Now we will concentrate on Ketu in the 9th house, Aquarius, will emphasizing on its natural significances, and it is with Mercury, the 4th lord, and Saturn. Saturn is the sign dispositor, and it will primarily give the result of 3 things, 4 things you can say. First is natural significances. Second, the planet associated with it, it is the Mercury, and third and fourthly the of that of Saturn, who is the sign dispositor, and the result of the 9th house. And the result of the 9th house, since it is in the 9th house. Please remember, every time I would not able to show the horoscope. I will show again and again, But you please remember where Ketu is, with whom Ketu is. It is with Mercury, Lagna and the fourth lord. Its sign dispositor is Saturn. This much you please remember. Natural significances of Ketu. Ketu is a planet of detachment, I have already told. It is not a supporting planet by its nature for materialism, which is attachment. Materialism is attachment, attachment towards materialism. It tries to punish those who want to remain bound by materialism, foul play, and materialistic illusion, Maya. Materialist illusion. Greed to have something it doesn't like because it is detachment. It wants to leave everything. It doesn't want to accumulate. Ketu Antardasha is not appropriate for things like modern elections, given the nature of Ketu. Given the nature of Ketu. How a planet of detachment can support attachment. You know what type of elections nowadays being held, and there is nowhere the election can be defined as a detachment, as an exercise of detachment. It is an exercise of attachment. We may recall that late Srimati Indira Gandhi was thrown out of power by the detachment giver Ketu during her Saturn Ketu in the 1977 Lok Sabha elections. In the 1977 Lok Sabha elections, Ketu cannot tolerate greed, falsehood, and fraudulent means. And we all know about the modern elections. Result of Ketu in the ninth house. We have already seen that Ketu is in the ninth house, Aquarius. In the BJP's Foundation Day Horoscope, if it is correct, I believe it is correct, Ketu is in the ninth house of Aquarius and will act like the ninth lord in giving results of its placement. It will give the result of its placement by becoming the sign lord. I have already narrated this thing. The ninth house, though a dharma trikona, is not a favorable house from the fourth house of the public and masses, electorates. What is masses in election? They are the electorates. They are the voters. Public and masses are electorates, means voters. In mundane astrology, for being in an adverse 6-8 relationship means Ketu, when is in the ninth house, it is in the sixth place from the fourth house. Ketu is in the ninth house in the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP, and it is in the sixth house from the ninth house. Count 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6-8 relationship. If you count from the fourth house, the ninth house will be the sixth house. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From fourth house, the ninth house is the sixth house. And from ninth house, fourth house is the eighth house. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the eighth house. So Ketu is in 6-8 relationship from the 4th house of voters. From the 4th house of voters. And Ketu here is the Antardasha Lord, the executive who will be executing the promises of the Mahadasha Lord. He is the executive. Antardasha Lord always execute. And Pratyantardasha Lord delivers the result. Delivers the result. The 9th house is also the future of the 11th house of the legislative assemblies in mundane astrology. In mundane astrology, 11th house is earmarked as legislative assemblies and parliament, like White House in US. In India it is parliament. In Indian states it is legislative assembly, and it is represented by the 11th house. The 9th house is also the future of the 11th house of the legislative assemblies in mundane astrology. For being the Bhavad Bhavam house of the 11th house, 9th house is the Bhavad Bhavam house of the 11th house of the legislative assemblies. 9th house. Why 9th house is the future of the 11th house of the legislative assembly? Because it is the Bhavad Bhavam house. Count from the 11th house, the 9th house will be the 11th house. Start from counting. I will counting. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will reach the 9th house would be the 11th house from the 11th house. Start counting from the 11th house. I have counted and described. So it is the Bhavad Bhavam house of the 11th house of the legislative assembly. The future. Bhavad Bhavam house shows the future. A planet like Ketu, as Antardasha Lord, in the 9th house is not at all promising for the party to garner a majority in the legislative assembly elections. The 9th house Ketu signifies changes in the power equation of the existing dispensation to which the BJP is a party, is a ally. BJP is an ally. BJP is an ally of the JDU, which is in power in Bihar, to which the BJP is a party. Since the 10th house in mundane astrology represents government and the 9th house is the house of changes in the existing party government, being the 12th from the 10th. 10th house is the house of government, means existing government, incumbent government, and 9th house is the 12th house from the 10th house, signifying changes in the existing party government. Convinced? 9th house is always the 12th house of changes from the 10th house of the incumbent government. 10th house is the ruling party in the mundane astrology. 11th house is the house of 11th house is parliament, legislative assemblies, and 4th house are the electorates, means voters. Please remember, it may come in your use in future. The 9th house Ketu signifies changes in the power equation of the existing dispensation to which the BJP is an ally. Since the 10th house in mundane astrology represent government, party government. These are all party government. In India, we have party government, government belonging to a political party. And the ninth house is the house of changes in the existing party government, being the 12th house from the 10th house. 12th house is the house of changes through democratic process, not through suddenly. It is through democratic process. 12th house gives changes, routine changes. 8th house gives sudden changes. You will get shocked with the changes of the 8th house. But when the change will come through 12th house, you will not be shocked. It will be through a routine process. What is routine process in a democracy? It is the elections. It is a routine process. It is not uncommon. So it is a routine process. And Ketu is likely to give changes in the present incumbent party government ruled by the JDU, to which BJP is an ally. Any foul play will further act as a deterrent. Ketu cannot tolerate foul play. It is the planet of detachment. When you will be playing foul play, when you will be adopting unfair means to have some materialistic gain, and Ketu doesn't support materialistic gain by its nature. How you can expect good result from the Ketu if you indulge in something materialistic, if you hatch plan to have something materialistic gain, and election is a materialistic gain. Election is a materialistic gain to garner numbers, majority and everything. It is not a detachment. From the beginning I am talking that it is not a detachment. What is detachment? Leaving everything, going to Banvas. These are all detachment. It is against the nature of Ketu. Ketu as Antardasha Lord will not support. Any foul play will further act as a deterrent. However, having said so, since Ketu will act as the ninth lord of Guru, Guru here not means Jupiter. Ninth lord is always Guru, be it a Saturn, be it Mars, ninth lord is Guru. It is not essential that Jupiter has to be the ninth lord. Jupiter is Guru, I agree, but any planet which is the ninth lord is your Guru. For example, Mercury is my ninth lord, he is my Guru. Ninth lord is always Guru. He may be Mercury, he may be Sun, she may be Moon, she may be Venus, XYZ. Among the 7 planets, Rahu Ketu doesn't have any lordship. If they are posited in the 9th house, they will act like 9th lord. Mind it. If Rahu Ketu is posited in the 9th house, they will act like 9th lord, your Guru. If they are posited. Any foul play, leave it. However, having said so, since Ketu will act as the 9th lord of Guru, a well thought out counseling from their Margdarshak Mandali. BJP has a Margdarshak Mandali, a conglomerate of veterans, means BJP veterans, equivalent to Gurus. Veterans are always Gurus, and implementation of the same means implementation of the counseling of the Margdarshak Mandali on the ground will sure and certainly improve the tally of the BJP. It is being showed by the Ketu. Since it is in the 9th house, it has become the 9th lord and it has become the Guru. So what it is, it wants to convey. Ketu wants to convey. You go to the Guru and act as he says. Surrender before him. Surrender before the Mahadasha Mandali. Surrender before the Mahadasha Mandali. Marg means the pathfinder. He will show you the path. Veterans, they are very knowledgeable. Veterans are always knowledgeable. Teachers are always knowledgeable. Gurus are always knowledgeable. Go to them and surrender before them. Unless and until you surrender before the Divine Almighty, He is not going to help you. You have to first surrender. You do whatever you want. You just tell me what I have to do. And implement it in letter and spirit without any deviation. Ketu signifies exactly the same in the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP. Convinced? So I have told now everybody, please remain attached. I will show my way, how I analyze the horoscope of the political party for predictions. It is my way, it is very elaborate. Should I read out the sentence once more? However, having said so, since Ketu will act as the ninth lord of Guru, a well thought out counseling from their Margdarshak Mandali, a conglomerate of veterans, means BJP veterans, equivalent to gurus, and implementation of their counseling on the ground will sure and certainly improve the tally of the BJP in the Bihar Assembly Elections, since they are undergoing the Antardasha of Ketu. Since it is the big remedy I have told, I have revealed, it is the big remedy I have revealed. Derived result of the association of ADL Ketu with Mercury, the fourth lord. Remember, what is fourth? It is electorates in the context of elections. Since the fourth house in mundane astrology is the house of public and masses like us, poor people like me and you, we are the voters, which is signified by the fourth house and the fourth lord. Derived result of the association of ADL Ketu with Mercury, the fourth lord. We have seen that Ketu is with Mercury in the ninth house. Ketu is with Mercury in the ninth house, we have seen. And Mercury is the Lagna lord and the fourth lord. Its Mool Trikona sign is Virga, which is the fourth house. Mool Trikona sign is Virga, which is the fourth house of Mercury. And Mercury represents the electorates, voters, in the context of elections. In other contexts, it is the masses, public. The Mercury-Ketu association usually provide a razor-sharp intelligence for research, analysis, and divine contemplation. The Mercury-Ketu association is, though not favorable for speech, though not unfavorable for speech with a religious tenor. But what about electioneering, which is not divinity, spirituality and detachment? How it will support? How you expect support from somebody who wants to go northward and you want to go southward? How? It will not able to help now. You cannot board a southward train for going to the northward direction. You cannot. How they will support? Think planet like you and me. Sorry, extremely sorry. The throat is getting choked. However, Here Mercury is the fourth lord of the public and masses. In the context of election, it is electorates. As per the mundane astrology, and has moved to the adverse sixth house of competition and struggle from the fourth house of public and masses, electorates, and is afflicted by the ideal Ketu. Ketu afflicts. If it is ideal, it doesn't going to this thing spare any planet. It will afflict. But ideal Ketu is not afflicted because of the association with Mercury. Ideal Ketu is not afflicted. Would Ketu, an adversely placed planet from the fourth house and an afflictor of the fourth lord Mercury, confer the BJP with the required electoral mandates? It is my question. My impartial astrological sense says no. What about you? Please comment. I will be happy. Please comment. What about you? Please comment. Once again, let us revisit the horoscope of the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP. See, Mercury is the fourth lord for his Virgo lordship. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mercury is the fourth lord. Where Mercury has moved, it has moved to the sixth house. See, from the fourth house, 1, Virgo, 2nd, Libra, 3rd, Scorpio, 4th, Sagittarius, 5th, Capricorn, 6th, Aquarius. Ketu is also in Aquarius. And Mercury is also in Aquarius, means 6th house. Where from support will come? It is not in Kendra or Trikona or 11th house from the 4th house of electorates. Where from support will come? How is Ketu would able to support? My sense says no. My sense says no. There may be big Pandit, I am not aware. They may analyze the same in a different way. I don't know. But I am convincing. I have come up with very convincing analysis. I have come up with very convincing analysis. I am not telling anything. It will happen. It is likely to happen. It will going to fall. I am analyzing and then telling the result. I am first analyzing and then telling the result, and that too very elaborately. Let us go back. To the next part. Mercury Ketu association we have already seen. Tentative role of the ideal Ketu while acting on behalf of his sign lord Saturn. Tentative role of the ideal Ketu while acting on behalf of his sign lord Saturn, because it is in Aquarius, so it will be acting on behalf of Saturn also. It will be acting on behalf of Mercury also, the fourth lord. It will be acting as ninth lord also, since it is in the ninth house. It will also give the result of its natural significance as detachment. That I have already told. Now we have come to the third part. Saturn is in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates. 4th house is the house of masses, public in mundane astrology. And 3rd house is the 12th house from the 4th house. Saturn is in the 3rd house. So it is in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates, represented by the 4th house. Saturn is in the 12th house of losses, being in the 3rd house from the 4th house of electorates, represented by the fourth house in mundane astrology. It is in the sixth house of struggle and hardship from the 10th house of the party government and status. It is in the sixth house of struggle and hardship from the 10th house of party government and status. Ideal Ketu is already there in the 9th house, which is the 12th house of losses from the 10th house of the government, party government in mundane astrology, and again in the 12th house of losses from the 10th house of professional status in an individual horoscope. I will explain. What is 10th house in mundane astrology? It is the incumbent government, the government in power. Means party government. These are not government, they are not government, they are not bureaucrats, they are the politicians. They have come for a defined period and will go through their party. They are ruling the government, but they are through their party. They are the party government. These are all party government. I am speaking about party government, not about the bureaucrats who are the permanent government servants or a government department which is permanent. But the political party leaders, they are not permanent. They will change. They keep on changing. I am talking about that party government. Ideal Ketu is already there in the 9th house, which is the 12th house of losses. Count from the 9th house, count from the 10th house. 9th house would be the 12th house of losses. From the 10th house of the party government in mundane astrology, and again in the 12th house of losses from the 10th house of professional status in an individual horoscope. So status will go. When you will nobod in the power, when your party will nobod in the power in a particular area or a province or a state or a country, your status will go now. Who is going to ask you afterward? Nobody. The Mool Trikona sign of Saturn is the 9th house of Aquarius, and Saturn has been aspecting it. Where it is aspecting 9th house? Saturn doesn't have any better promises other than signifying a change in the existing party government in power in Bihar, to which the BJP is a participant, ally. Even if there is a change in the party government in Bihar, it is not likely to have any adverse effect. I am talking about something. Even if there is a change in the party government, means JDU government in the Bihar, to which BJP is an ally, and I am analyzing the horoscope of Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP. Even if there is a change in the party government in Bihar, it is not likely to have any adverse effect on the overall health, of the BJP, other than a slight demoralizing effect, because it is not losing in the parliament. It is not losing. It is losing only in a particular state. So it will not affect their overall health. The next Antardasha will be of Venus. The next Antardasha will be of Venus after Ketu. Antardasha of Venus always comes. Antardasha, Vimshottari Antardasha of Venus. Antardasha will be of Venus, the fifth lord in the 12th house. It is the fifth lord in the 12th house. Taurus for Gemini, ascendant, fifth lord. Fifth house is Libra and Venus is the lord. And Taurus is the 12th house and Venus is in the 12th house. We have already seen in the horoscope. The fair Antardasha will be of Venus, the fifth lord in the 12th house, means next Antardasha, in Moon Mahadasha. Please comment on what you foresee during Venus Mahadasha. I request all of you, please comment what you foresee in Venus Mahadasha. I request. And if you all request me, I will come up with another presentation based on my analysis, individual analysis. Result of Rahu Pratyantardasha. Result of Rahu Pratyantardasha. Because they are running Moon Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha and Rahu Pratyantardasha. Ketu here, Moon is the king, Ketu is the executive, and Rahu is the delivery partner who will deliver the result prepared by the Moon and to be executed by Ketu. It will be delivered by Rahu as Pratyantardasha Lord, means PDL. PDL means Pratyantardasha Lord. PDL Rahu is in the third house, which is the 12th house of losses, from the 4th house of electorates and the 6th house of competition and struggles, from the 10th house of the party government, indicating that BJP will compete in the Bihar Assembly Elections under hallucination and misconception of forming government, and try to apply all possible tricks, since Rahu is the Karaka of hallucination and a trickster. Rahu is a trickster. It is its nature. It gives tricks and it gives hallucination, mirage image. Rahu also creates a mirage image when it gives contrary results. You will think everything is going fine. I will be the winner. I will be the winner. I will have everything. But abruptly nothing. But abruptly you will draw nothing. These are called hallucination. If Rahu is not well placed, if it is well placed, it is okay. From 4th house, it is not well placed. It is in the 12th house, since it is in the 3rd house. And from the 10th house of the party government, it is in the 10th house of the party government, it is in the 6th house, wherefrom it will give good result. I don't foresee. Let us revisit the horoscope again. Otherwise, some of my esteemed viewers will forget the horoscope. See, where Rahu is? Rahu is in the 3rd house, Leo. See, Rahu is in the 3rd house, Leo. Isn't it? 4th house is the house of electorates. It is in the 12th house. 10th house of the party government is Pisces. From here, if you count, Leo is the 6th house. 6th house is the house of conflict, struggles, and 12th house is the house of losses. It is not well placed, either from the 4th house of electorates or from the 10th house of party government. It is not well placed. See, please see. And what is the nature of the Rahu? It gives hallucination. It creates mirage image. It is a trickster. Rahu is a trickster. Ketu is not trickster. Rahu is a trickster. So, where from good result you can expect? From Rahu, I am sorry to say, it is the analysis. We have to learn now. Here we are learning. Our objective is not to predict. Our objective is not to predict. It is an academic exercise for all of us. We are learning. We are not predicting. It doesn't matter us, whoever come in power in Bihar or elsewhere. For us, learning astrology is the objective. And learning the technique of prediction is our objective. Our objective is not this thing, who will come to power, who will go to power. It is not our objective. It is not at all our objective. Our objective is analysis. Our objective is analysis. And how to predict out of the analysis is our objective. is our objective, not predictions, because we are all apolitical. Why you should bother about predictions? We will bother about learning. We want to learn, not predict. What you will get by predicting something? Who is going to give us benefit? Nobody. So we will learn. It is a learning exercise. It is not anything else. It is, I have already at the beginning taught, it is an academic exercise and not predictive exercise. But prediction is an integral part. What you will do with analysis if you don't predict? What you will do with the analysis? You have to reach to certain conclusion. What will happen? That you have to tell now, that you have to divulge. Then you will learn. This way the analysis is done and this way predictions come out. So let us go back. We have covered the major part of our presentation. Rahu is in degree conjunction with retrograde Mars. Mars is of 2 degree and Rahu is of 3 degree only. And Jupiter in the 3rd house. Retrograde Saturn also join PDL Rahu, about whom we have already analyzed and predicted above. Rahu, about Saturn we have already predicted. We have analyzed and predicted. Mars is the 6th lord, the 3rd lord from the 4th house of electorates, in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house, which may change the mind of electorates against the BJP. 3rd house is the house of changes. 9th house is the house of changes. 12th house is the house of changes. And 8th house is the house of sudden changes. It may give you shock also, 8th house. 3rd house is also give changes. Which may change the mind of electorates against the BJP, since we are analyzing the horoscope of the BJP, Foundation Day Horoscope. And Mars is the 6th lord, the 3rd lord from the 4th house of electorates, in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house, which may change the mind of electorates against the BJP. And the 11th lord, the 8th lord of shock from the 4th house of electorates, is in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates. Moreover, for the Gemini Lagna of the BJP, Mars is the number 1 functional malefic planet, being the lord of 2 Trishadaya houses, 6 and 11th. Furthermore, Rahu-Mars conjunction forms or creates the inauspicious Angarak Yoga, and invites challenges. Mars-Rahu conjunction is not at all favorable. It creates Angarak Yoga. Moreover, the placement is bad. Jupiter is the neutral 7th lord and the 10th lord from the Lagna. It is also the neutral 4th and the 7th lord from the 4th house of electorates, but is in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates. It is in the 3rd house, so it is in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates, and is heavily afflicted by Rahu, Mars and Saturn. How long it can remain its impartiality? It is so heavily afflicted. As such, Help from Jupiter is unexpected. Since Rahu Pratyantardasha will be followed by Jupiter's Pratyantardasha, moreover, the Rahu-Jupiter combination forms inauspicious Guru Chandal Yoga. It is also there. One yoga is Angarak Yoga for Rahu-Mars conjunction, and the second one is Guru Chandal Yoga because of Rahu-Jupiter conjunction. And that too in the 12th house of losses from the 4th house of electorates, and the 6th house of struggles and conflicts from the 10th house of the party government in mundane parlance. PDL Rahu is heavily afflicted planet and ill placed from the 4th house of electorates and the 10th house of the party government. All these indicate an imminent change in the power equation in Bihar against the BJP, provided the horoscope taken up by me for analysis stands out to be correct. There is, however, a remote chance only of the birth time recorded going wrong. There is, however, a remote chance only of the birth time recorded going wrong, since the ascendant is of 23 degrees 34 minutes. The time lapse is approximately 96 minutes, means ascendant has crossed 96 minutes. An ascendant remain in a sign for 2 hours. For it has already covered 23 degrees 34 minutes, means it has remained in Gemini for 96 minutes, and the time remaining is 24 minutes for the ascendant to cover the Gemini sign. So we are in a comfort zone. If there is even 10 minutes difference, it is not going to change the Lagna. As such, we are on the safe side of calculation. So I have told now, I believe the horoscope is correct. Let us revisit and see Rahu again, the horoscope. Let us revisit the horoscope and see the condition of Rahu we have already learned. See Rahu. Rahu is with Mars causing Angarak Yoga. Rahu is with Jupiter causing Guru Chandal Yoga. Mars, see the lordship of Mars, 6th Lord, a Trishodaya house, 11th Lord, another Trishodaya house. Sorry. For Gemini ascendant, it is a functional malefic Mars, number 1 functional malefic. And see the Jupiter, though impartial planet, but it is heavily afflicted by Mars, Rahu, Saturn. And all of these are retrograde planet. You cannot believe them. They can change their nature anytime. And that towards not towards goodness, but towards badness. Retrograde planet, it is very difficult to predict. I will one day have a presentation on retrograde planet also, and we will explain about retrograde planet, how they function. Retrograde means they have some incomplete tasks. Why they have become retrograde? They were here in Cancer in the previous sign. They have come here, means retrograde. They are, or somewhere between Cancer and Leo, they have some unfulfilled tasks. So they have become retrograde. They are going towards, they are going backward. All the three, including Rahu. It is the normal path of Rahu, of going backward. But what about Mars, Jupiter and Saturn? And third house is never auspicious house for 10th house and 4th house. From 10th house, it is the 6th house of conflict and challenges. From the 4th house, it is the 12th house. 4th house of electorate, it is the 12th house. From the 4th house of electorate, it is 3rd house is the 12th house. From the 10th house of the incumbent party government, it is in the 6th house of challenges and conflicts. I am speaking about mundane astrology. Let us go back and again start our session. So we have seen that Jupiter will not be of any help even in the next Pratyantardasha. If there is slight mistake, since Rahu Mahadasha, Rahu Pratyantardasha will be ending on 16th of November. 16th of November, if there is any minor birth time deviation, the Jupiter Mahadasha will also give the same kind of result. Jupiter Pratyantardasha will give the same kind of result as that of the Pratyantardasha of Rahu, because they are together in the same sign. And Jupiter is though impartial, lord of all the impartial houses, Kendra houses. Kendra houses are always impartial. So it is afflicted. How long it will remain impartial? And impartial means not supporting anybody. You will not get any support. Even if I leave what is called their affliction, an impartial entity will not support anybody. Na? Like us, we are impartial. We are not supporting anybody. You will not get the supporting hand from an impartial planet or an impartial lord. Jupiter is impartial lord. 4, 7, 10. Let me narrate again. All these indicate an imminent change in the power equation in Bihar against the BJP, provided the horoscope taken up by me for analysis stands out to be correct. There is, however, a remote chance of the birth time recorded going wrong, since the ascendant is of 23 degrees 34 minutes. The time lapse is approximately 96 minutes and the time remaining is 24 minutes for the ascendant to cover. 24 minutes, near about half an hour, and the time remaining is 24 minutes for the ascendant to cover the Gemini sign. As such, we are on the safe side of calculation. It is almost in the mid of Aries, Gemini. So, natal horoscope is not going to change. Divisional horoscope I have not touched because I am not very sure about the birth time. So I have not touched. I have analyzed everything based on the natal horoscope, and that too elaborately. However, even if the astrological prediction doesn't turn out to be correct due to a big difference, if it is the difference of 2 hours, 4 hours, who knows, but it is not so. However, even if the astrological prediction doesn't turn out to be correct due to a big difference in the time of birth, it is not going to make any material difference for us, since our sole objective is to learn and master the techniques of predictions on the horoscopes of political parties for election related issues, and our academic objective has been fully fulfilled, though this detailed analysis analysis. I am not concerned about who will win the elections or lose the elections or lose the elections. I am not concerned about who will win the elections or lose the elections, since I am an apolitical entity and only an astrologer, precisely a Hindu and Vedic astrojyotish. Precisely a Hindu and Vedic Jyotish. We are not concerned who will win or who will lose. Our objective is to learn, and we have elaborately learned many things through this analysis. Mahadasha Lord, the Moon. Now I am touching the Mahadasha Lord, Moon. Mahadasha Lord, Moon, is the second Lord in the 6th house of Scorpio and is aspected by its exaltation sign Lord, Venus, and Mars, its debilitated sign Lord. It has been aspected by Venus, its exaltation sign Lord of the Moon, and the debilitation sign Lord, Mars, of the Moon, thereby doubly cancelling the debilitation of the Moon. So far, they were enjoying, they means who? BJP. So far, they were enjoying the favorable result of the Moon, favorable result of the Mahadasha of Moon. But Venus is the 5th Lord, the 8th Lord of sudden shocking change from the 10th house of the party government. Similarly, Mars is the malefic Trishadaya Lord for its 6th and 11th Lordship from the Gemini Lagna. As such, the MDL Moon is committed to showing its dark side before the end of its Mahadasha in 2028. Because it has by now shown only its bright side. But it has some promise, bad promise also. That has to be delivered within 2028, means only 2 years left. It has to be delivered, na? It has to be show its dark side also, dark side. And Moon has always two sides. Moon always has two sides, we all know, bright side and dark side. Purnamasi and Amavesya. And Mahadasha all along cannot be expected to deliver favorable results, particularly the Moon, which has both bright and dark halves. From the MDL Moon, the ADL Ketu is in the 4th house of electorates. Now we are making MDL Moon as the pivot, MDL Moon as the Lagna. It is prescribed in the Jyotish that you can make the Mahadasha Lord as the Lagna. So we are making Mahadasha Lord Moon as the Lagna. From the MDL Moon, the ideal Ketu is in the 4th house of electorates with Mercury, the malefic 8th and the 11th Lord. And from the 4th house of Aquarius, Mercury is the 5th and the 8th Lord of sudden humiliating change. From the MDL Moon in Scorpio, the 10th house is Leo, and the 10th Lord is Sun, is in the 5th house. From the MDL Moon in Scorpio, the 10th house is Leo. From Scorpio, the 10th house is always Leo, and the 10th Lord, the Sun, is in the 5th house, which is the most unfavorable 8th house from the 10th house of the party government. From the MDL Moon in Scorpio, the Pratyantardasha Lord Rahu is in the 10th house. Rahu will deliver the result of the 10th house and its sign dispositor, the Sun, which is adversely placed in the 8th house from the 10th house of Leo. Rahu is associated with retrograde Mars, the malefic 6th Lord from the MDL Moon, Jupiter, the malefic 8th Lord from the 10th house of the party government, and Saturn, a malefic 3rd Lord from the MDL Rahu. This show a change in the incumbent party dispensation in power in Bihar, since the BJP is an alliance partner of the incumbent party dispensation in Bihar. Let us quickly see the horoscope. Let us quickly consult the horoscope because it is already over 1 hour. Let us quickly consult the horoscope. See, Moon is in Scorpio, Moon is the Mahadasha Lord. We will make Moon as the Lagna. It is prescribed in Hindu Jyotish. From Moon, the 10th, the 4th house of electorate is Aquarius. Ketu is occupying it. Wherever Ketu is there in a house, it destroys that house. Take it for granted. And Mercury, who is Mercury? It is associated with Mercury. From Moon, who is Mercury? Mercury is the 8th Lord for its Gemini Lordship and is the 11th Lord. 8th Lord and 11th Lord, both Lordship are adverse Lordship. Take from the 4th house. From 4th house, it is the 5th Lord and 8th Lord also. So, 8th house, 8th Lordship of Mercury is getting prominence. So I have said it is humiliating. 8th house always show humiliation. And now, from Mercury, from Moon, Mahadasha Lord Moon, the 10th house is Leo. Rahu is there. But see the condition of Sun, who is the Lord of the 10th house. It has gone to the 8th house from 10th house. See, 7, 8. 8th house is the Pisces from Leo. From Leo, 8th house is the Pisces and Sun is there in Pisces. So it has moved to the 8th house. Wherefrom we will get favorable result. Rahu will depend on Sun to give its result as Pratyantardasha Lord. Ketu will depend on Saturn to give its result as Antardasha Lord. Wherefrom it will give result. Saturn is in the 10th house, but its lords have gone to the 8th house. So, good result is not expected here. As far as this foundation horoscope is concerned. Moon has already given good results because its debilitation, Nijbango, has been done in 2 ways. One by the Venus, is exaltation Lord, and another by Mars, the debilitation Lord. So far Moon has given good result. But all these things are not good from Moon. From Moon, you just count who is Venus. Who is Venus from Moon? Venus is the 12th Lord and 7th Lord. And who is Mars from the Moon in Scorpio? Mars is 6th Lord. So taint, stain, everything has come on the Moon and it has to be give results. So far it has given favorable result. Now it is at its concluding stage of Mahadasha. So in appropriate Antardasha, it will deliver the adverse result also. Always a planet, Mahadasha Lord will not give favorable result. It is a long period, na? There will be bad result also, at least in the concluding phase. It is in the Moon Mahadasha is in its concluding phase, only 2 years left. Only 2 and 2.5 years left. So it has to give its result. It has started giving result. And Moon Mahadasha, I will tell one thing very interesting. Moon Mahadasha is very fluctuating Mahadasha because 15 days of a month it remains dark half. It remains in dark half. And 15 days of a month it remains in bright half. So bright and dark, changing nature signified by the moon, and Moon Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha even. Mahadasha mainly. So let us conclude with some valuable learning. Can we conclude this astrological academic content with a summary note that Vimshottari Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Mahadasha of Moon, Antardasha of Ketu, Pratyantardasha of Rahu, even if it is Jupiter, it will not matter. Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha in the Foundation Day Horoscope of the BJP at this juncture do not make a clear promise in favor of the BJP to win the upcoming Bihar Assembly Elections. Although I pray to the Divine Almighty for a better performance, I pray to the Divine Almighty on their favor. Although I pray to the Divine Almighty for a better performance by BJP and return to the power in the state as the single largest party with required majority. What can a poor astrologer do other than to pray? What I can do other, I can only pray. If I have seen something gloomy, I will pray that Almighty God, please save this entity or such a such person. Best wishes to all. I am Akool, astrological author, analyst, researcher, philosopher and teacher. I hope this presentation was very educative. If you have liked this presentation, please give a liking. If you want to have such academic presentation, it is only academic presentation. I have not brought it for predictions. Through analysis, we have reached to a prediction. That is a different thing. But our main objective was analysis, learning astrology. And if you like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.